This is my brutality. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling, and who knows, maybe it was a brutal awakening for Rhea Ripley. All we've heard over the past few days is Paris, Clash in Paris is going to be great because France have the best fans, they have the loudest fans. I remember like last year, 2 years ago, WWE were experimenting with the whole decibel sound thing, and they were making out as if every show was great because the fans could get it up to a certain level. We've seen a lot of the wrestlers come out and praise the French fans, and now we've got Rhea Ripley bashing the fans because she claims that she was attacked like a pack of rabid zombies. So I don't know if I would really describe it as that, but yeah, she got mobbed in Paris. I think mobbed is over exaggerating what really happened here. But we're gonna have a look at the video.
Mami Ria!
Comme il n'y a pas de sécu ni rien.
So as you can see, Rhea Ripley has been bombarded outside an Uber in Paris. And if we're being brutally honest about this, folks, this is just what happens to celebrities. I didn't see anything here that was too extreme. They're just all asking for photographs. And yeah, I've bashed Rhea Ripley a lot in the past because I look at this. Right, see when you are doing your wee signing at conventions and you're literally adopting these fat loser neckbeards and actually signing like legal documents, is it any wonder they're going to act a wee bit weird and a wee bit out of bounds? No.
Yeah, Rhea Ripley encourages this shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
You know, and it's not like we're sitting here defending something that's like sick.
No,
It's
it's
just
not,
a bunch of fans asking for
yeah,
autographs.
it's not even that bad in reality. Like, celebrities have to deal with this. See, if you're a celebrity, then honestly, you could make a case that she should be lucky that she's actually got fans, because she fucking doesn't deserve any. None of these current day wrestlers deserve any. But yeah, honestly, I've watched the video and I didn't see anything that was, I believe, crossing the line or anything that was a step too far. She is going to her Uber and she gets one guy that runs up and walks beside her to take a selfie, and then the fact that he's done that, other people are going to look on and it's like a chain reaction. So the people nearby who were actually keeping their distance and not even interacting with her, they've seen one guy run up and take a selfie, which she has, I guess, allowed. I guess she turned to his camera and she was like smiling. So, and because that one guy has done that, then the rest, I guess, have decided, well, hold on, we also want a selfie, we want to get a photo. So they've run up, they've crowded her, they've tried to get pictures as she makes her way into the car, the Uber, but I mean, I certainly didn't see people going up attacking her or putting their hands all over her or pulling her in directions and shit like this. But Rhea Ripley wasn't too happy about it. This is what she said about the entire incident. She said, quote, "Remember, we are people. Do not swarm me or anyone like a pack of rabid zombies. No one should ever be pushed up against an Uber driver's door and completely mobbed, just like I experienced. Use common courtesy and humanity. No means no. What the fuck?" End of quote. And then she went on to say, "Treat me like a human or I must start acting like Rhea Ripley and no one's getting shit." End of quote. Oh, she's gonna start acting like Rhea Ripley. Terrified. We don't want to start acting like Rhea Ripley and acting like a man and getting all aggressive. But she wasn't the only one that has come out and spoke about this. CM Punk also on his Instagram, because I guess why the fuck not, and he posted the following story. Simply said, "Stop touching strangers, please," in capital letters. So, I mean, honestly, I think this has been blown out of proportion. I'm looking at some of the quotes here and some of the words. The first one from Rhea Ripley that caught me was, "No means no." And then CM Punk saying, "Stop touching strangers." And it just seems like to me they are trying to turn this into something it's not. It's almost like they're trying to suggest that she's being like assaulted here or something. and that this is a problem with male fans like touching women, which I certainly didn't get from that video.
No, I just seen a bunch of.
I also seen a couple of female fans in the group as well that were coming up to Rhea Ripley.
What I seen was a bunch of losers wanting an autograph and a picture or something along those lines with Rhea Ripley. I don't agree with it because guess what? I think fangirling over anybody when you're an adult like that is fucking embarrassing. I mean, it's different like if you're... I mean, I think asking for a picture, like if you bump into somebody and like, I don't know, I think there's circumstances where it's alright. I think if you're a grown adult, do you not agree though, if you're a grown adult running after somebody's embarrassing?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I bumped into Chris Jericho and I asked him for a picture and he was like, aye, cool, let's go.
Aye, but see, that's alright.
One-on-one with Jericho.
Would you have chased Chris Jericho down?
Certainly would not,
yeah.
No.
But at the same time, folks...
He was just standing there and I walked over to him and said, Chris, any chance at a picture?
But at the same time, it's like... They didn't do anything wrong. As much as we wouldn't do it.
I think you could argue I think you could certainly argue their behaviour's pathetic.
Yes.
That they are like so desperate and like you said, fanboying or fangirling in the case of the women over some fucking, roided up looking she-male. I certainly wouldn't be, desperate and running after her to get a selfie that I can post on Instagram. Oh, look at that, my life's great because I met Rhea Ripley. Bullshit. But I don't know. I'm looking at the rhetoric here from Rhea Ripley. No means no, and then Punk saying stop touching strangers. I don't know about you, but I just think that's trying to make it into something that it's not.
It is, but so CM Punk must be a direct response to this.
Is CM Punk fucking white knighting?
Aye.
I mean, that's all that it is.
Trying to sleep with everybody.
Yeah, I mean, he thinks if he defends Rhea Ripley, then he can hang out with her backstage and that will increase his chances. So, who knows? Buddy Murphy's probably going to start following CM Punk and see what he's getting up to. But, I don't know. For me, it's just, it's a nothing burger.
Yes.
It's an absolute nothing burger.
It's a burger with no toppings.
Hold on, do you think that Michael Jackson could have walked past people in his prime? Look at the president, look at Donald Trump. There's a reason why he's got security. Some people say, it's because he's the Yeah, he is the president, he is a powerful man, but it's also because
this can happen.
He's got millions of fans and millions of haters.
Yep.
See, the more famous you are, the reality is you need security, and that's like one of the prices that people pay for fame. It's like you don't really get to have that lead or live that normal life because you do have like a large following that will try and get close to you and speak to you and ask for pictures and whatnot. I think that's normal. Whether we like it or not, whether we agree with it or not, whether we think it should be the case or not, should celebrities maybe in an ideal world be able to walk down the street and go into like a shopping market and be able to buy milk and not get harassed for pictures or get bombarded? I mean, potentially, yeah, but reality is that's not how it fucking works. Anyone that is famous is going to attract attention to themselves if they're out in public.
Yeah, no, that is the way it works, and it's like if you play the game, then you know what's happening, and there's times fans take it way too far. Fuck, of course there is, but this wasn't one of those times for me. Nowhere near. I mean, I get it. Like, see if you're a celebrity or whatever. I mean, use the term loosely in some wrestlers'
Must
cases.
be a pain in the arse.
No, it must be. I mean, because see when you're hell man, we've all travelled. The last thing you would want is hundreds and hundreds of people at your arse. But the real difference is they're making millions.
Yeah, and
I would happily trade it.
Yeah, you do hear people in the like they talk about the airport stories where they're tired, they're travelling, and they're getting people coming up, putting like shirts in their face, travelling cups, wanting them to sign them. Here, that must be annoying, that must be frustrating, but at the end of the day, it's part of being a celebrity, isn't it? So.
No, I totally agree.
Are you just going to sit there in silence?
What did you say? I was just watching the F1 there.
So it's part of being a celebrity. It's like, it is what it is.
No, it is, and people need to understand that. But it's like we're. Do
you think The Rock can walk past people?
No, of course he can.
And not have guys come up to him.
No. But see, that's why you see people like Austin, very secluded on his ranch, doesn't want fucking. Brock Lesnar's the same. There's ways to deal with it.
Exactly.
I mean, it's like, see Rhea Ripley, right? See, as much as it's a shame that for her that maybe she wants to walk around Paris. Here, I wouldn't walk around Paris if you fucking paid me. It's a shithole, right? But she should know that fuck if I, we're here, we're worldwide. If I do walk around, maybe I am going to get attention like this, and that's just. But it comes with a paycheck, doesn't it, man? It's like. You know what you signed up for in the WWE. See, if you want the stardom and you want to have your face plastered everywhere, like for WWE, and you're on Netflix, then this is going to happen. People are going to ask for autographs. They're going to ask for pictures. But once it goes beyond, see CM Punk, right? See if people are inappropriately touching you, fucking damn right. They should be right to call it out. But what they shouldn't be right to do is call out people for no reason and paint them all with the same brush. And I think that's what he's kind of done there.
Yeah, I don't know. CM Punk for me is just white knighting. I mean, I didn't really see anybody touching Rhea Ripley, and he says stop touching strangers. And then like the no means no thing was just that's just a quote I just associate that with the whole Me Too movement and that kind of rhetoric. So it's just strange it's been made into that kind of incident when I don't see it that way.
Yeah.
I think this could have happened to like a male wrestler. I certainly don't think it's a female thing.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Now here, there's certainly a large group of people in France that certainly would treat females with no respect, and we know who that group is.
Yeah, it's not the French.
But here, this is fog wrestling, not fog politics. Some people didn't like the whole Psycho Stu, Raja Jackson shite, and I'm not really going to get into it. But yeah.